Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Deep Dive. I'm Lex, and with me today is Vera, our expert in all things digital marketing. You know we always like to make sure we're talking to the right people. So today we're really honing in on you business owners and C-level executives out there. You know, the ones always looking to stay ahead of the curve, because we're diving into something that's going to be a game changer for your business. But first, a little about us. We're from Shield Media. We're a digital marketing agency. We specialize in local SEO, PPC, and SMM. We really focus on helping our Western clients dominate online. So if you haven't already, make sure to hit that follow button and share this deep dive with anyone who could benefit. Okay, let's set the scene. Imagine you're searching for a blue women's sundress on Google. What do you see? Probably some ads, maybe a few local stores. Well, Google's rolling out something totally new. It's a visual grid of product options right there on the search results page.
Yeah, Lex, these product boxes are going beyond just your typical organic results. When you click on one of those boxes, it doesn't take you to a website directly. Instead, you get this shopping knowledge panel. It's hosted by Google. And it lets you compare prices and all the different variations from different merchants, all without leaving Google.
Well, hold on. So you're telling me I can compare prices and details from like all these different stores without even going to their websites? That sounds pretty amazing as a shopper. But I imagine it's a whole new challenge for businesses.
Exactly. It's super convenient for shoppers, like you said,
Yeah.
but it really heats up the competition for businesses. Just imagine you're searching for a product. Instead of seeing a bunch of different websites,
Right.
you get this curated list right there on Google. And you know who's probably going to dominate a lot of those panels?
Oh, yeah.
Amazon.
Oh, for sure. So if I'm a business owner,
Yeah.
how do I make sure my products are the ones showing up? Like, how do I get featured in these new search results?
The key is something called structured data. Think of it like code that tells Google all about your products. It's
Okay.
things like the product's name, the price, if it's in stock,
Yeah.
and even specifics like color and size.
Structured data. That sounds a little techie. Could you break that down a bit more for those of us who don't speak code?
Of course.
Yeah.
It might sound intimidating,
Yeah.
but there are tools that can help you implement this without being a coding whiz.
Oh, okay, good.
Think of it this way. Imagine you have this huge library full of books,
Okay.
but there's no system for organizing them.
Oh, yeah. That would be a nightmare.
Right. It would be almost impossible to find a specific book.
Totally.
So structured data, it's like creating a super detailed catalog for all your products,
I see.
and that Google can easily understand what you're offering and match it with the right searches.
So it's like organizing your products in a way that Google gets.
Exactly.
And this is super important now because of these new product boxes.
It is. Structured data used to be like a bonus.
Right.
Something nice to have. A little extra.
But now it's essential. If you want to show up in these shopping knowledge panels,
I'm starting to see how this is a pretty big shift in how e-commerce works.
it really is. And this change is just one piece of the puzzle. Google is making their shopping experience more and more robust, which could have big implications for those traditional organic search results.
What do you mean?
We might see those organic results get pushed further down the page as Google prioritizes its own shopping features.
So you're saying just relying on organic search traffic might not be enough anymore?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Diversifying where your traffic comes from is more important than ever.
You're not wrong.
You don't want to put all your eggs in the Google basket.
No.
You need to explore other options,
Yeah.
like social media, email marketing, even partnerships, to reach those customers. Wow, you've given us a lot to think about already. We're going to dig deeper into the potential impact of all this on e-commerce. When we come back after the break, stay tuned. So before the break, we were talking about how Google's really changing the game for e-commerce with these new shopping features. And it sounds like having structured data is becoming like non-negotiable if you want to be visible.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And it's not just about having structured data. It's about having the right structured data. Because those shopping knowledge panels, they're designed to give shoppers super detailed information.
Gotcha.
So the more specific your data is, the
Yeah.
better.
So like if I'm selling a blue women's sundress, but my product data just says dress, I might totally miss out on a customer who's specifically looking for that blue sundress.
Exactly. Imagine a shopper using those filters on the panels.
Yeah.
They might want to see options in a specific size or color or price range. And if your data isn't detailed enough, you'll get filtered out, even if you have the perfect product.
Oh, wow. So it's like those filters are like these gatekeepers.
Yeah.
And structured data is the key to get past them.
I like that analogy. It really shows why businesses need to pay close attention to their data. It's not just about being found. It's about being found by the right customers, the ones who are actually going to buy something.
Okay, that makes total sense. But all this brings up a bigger question for me. What happens if Google just becomes like the main hub for shopping? Like if shoppers can compare prices and read reviews and even buy products, all without ever leaving Google, where does that leave all the individual e-commerce websites?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It really is.
If Google becomes this like ultimate shopping destination, controlling the whole buyer journey, from searching to purchasing,
Yeah.
it would have a huge impact on the entire e-commerce landscape. Individual websites would really need to rethink their strategies.
So instead of just being like online stores, they need to become something more.
Exactly. Think about it. They could become hubs for content or for building community.
Mm.
Or even offering these really immersive brand experiences that you wouldn't get on a Google shopping panel.
So like a website wouldn't just be about selling products anymore.
Right.
It would be about educating customers,
Yeah.
building a community around your brand, and
Exactly.
maybe even offering some kind of interactive experience.
It's like those sci-fi movies where everyone lives and shops in this virtual world.
Will we all just be shopping in the Googleverse?
Oh, maybe not that extreme. But the line between searching and shopping and online experiences is definitely getting blurry.
This is a lot to take in. It feels like we're at this crossroads for e-commerce, and these changes with Google are pushing us in a whole new direction.
I think that's a great way to put it. And the direction we choose will really determine the future of online business as we know it.
It definitely feels like businesses need to be ready to adapt. But how can they actually do that? Like, what are some practical steps they can take? That's a great question. What are some practical steps businesses can take to adapt to all this?
Well, the first thing is they got to embrace structured data. You need to make sure all your product information is really detailed and accurate. And it has to be formatted in a way that Google understands.
Right.
Think about all the different ways a customer might search for your product. And make sure your data covers all those bases.
So it's not enough to just have it. You really got to optimize it.
Exactly. It's like fine-tuning an instrument. You need to get every little detail right to make sure it sounds perfect.
I like that analogy.
With structured data, you're fine-tuning your product information so it resonates with Google's algorithm.
Yeah, it reaches the right people.
Right.
Okay, that makes sense. So besides structured data, what else can businesses do?
They need to diversify. Don't just rely on Google to bring in customers.
Okay.
Explore those other channels like social media, email marketing, even influencer marketing.
Right.
Build a strong online presence across all those different platforms.
So it's kind of like creating a safety net. So if one platform makes changes, you're not putting all your eggs in one basket.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
And each platform has its own strengths.
Yeah.
Like social media is great for brand awareness and connecting with customers, while email marketing is better for nurturing leads.
Right.
You need to find the right mix for your business.
This is all super helpful. But what about the human element? How can businesses stay personal in this digital world?
That's so important. Even with all this tech, the human connection is still key.
Yeah.
You need to personalize that customer experience.
Okay.
Even in a digital space, think about personalized recommendations or tailored content, even just exceptional customer service.
So it's about more than just being on different platforms.
Right.
It's about making those interactions meaningful and memorable.
And that goes back to what we were saying before about how websites can evolve.
Yeah.
They can become these places where customers feel valued,
Yeah.
where they can really connect with the brand.
Okay, so it seems like businesses really have a lot to consider as Google changes the e-commerce landscape. Any final thoughts?
I would say embrace the change. Don't be afraid of it. See these changes as opportunities to innovate and to grow.
Right.
The digital world is always evolving. The businesses that can adapt, those are the ones that will succeed.
That's great advice. Well, there you have it, folks. Google is shaking things up, and it's time for businesses to adapt or risk getting left behind.
You got that right.
We hope this deep dive was helpful and gave you some insights into what's coming next for e-commerce.
And if you have any questions or need help navigating these changes, don't hesitate to reach out to us at Shield Media.
That's right.
We're here to help you conquer the digital marketing world.
And don't forget to hit that follow button and share this deep dive with anyone who might find it useful.
Thanks for listening.
And we'll see you next time on The Deep Dive.